Hello, hello, Himmat bhai. Yes, sir. So I want you to join the meeting for some time, at least in the beginning. Possible for you? Please join. तुम्ही पुराण झालं. तुम्ही पुराण झालं. हे नाही झालं. आज जमलं. कमलेश थांबा. Hello, hello. This is not his number. No, कमलेश भाई से ही बात करवाना है मुझे. Sorry. अब वहाँ पे है क्या वो? Okay. हाँ जरूर मालूम. Hello. We should start, huh? कविता. इसमें स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक हो गई. त्यागराज सर लिख रहे हैं. त्यागराज स्पेलिंग करना है. रिपीट त्यागराज मारना. अगर ही त्यागराज. स्टार्ट करते हैं. चलिए स्टार्ट.
Excellent.
Hello.
I think you may kindly start. Yes.
I think we should start now. Hello, everybody. Heartiest welcome to our today's session, an international seminar happening on the topic of life skills for broader horizons of life, included with valedictory of our 10 days International Online Seminar on Youth Empowerment. I heartily welcome our today's resource person for the day, Shri Anjan Choudhary sir. I also welcome President of Al Fire of Rotary, PH Tyagaraju sir, also our senior most Rotarian Himmat Bhai. Thank you so much for being there with us. I also welcome all my team of Youth Avenue, which is of seminal importance and help to bring out this particular workshop and connected session. I would like to mention each one of Youth Avenue member. So this Alpha Year of Rotary Mumbai, Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatkop for 2022-23. We have Alpha President as Tyagaraju PH. We have Alpha Secretary as past President Radhika Pradhan Madam. I am the Director of Youth Avenue, Dr. Rotarian Savita Chabhan. We had a fantastic team of all our members, including past President Harjinder Pal Singla, Rotarian Bhavna Ansari, Rotarian Kamlesh Gandhi, who is our next year President-elect 2023-24. And we have our Sunil Puranik sir as our Youth Avenue member. We also have Madam Kalpana Vasa. We have Rotarian Vivek Burkhe and our fantastic Interact coordinator, Rotarian Kavita Ram, amongst our group members. So all these members, they have contributed us immensely to bring forth this wonderful workshop of 10 days, of which today we have an important session on life skills with Anjan sir. I would like to quickly introduce Anjan sir. So shall I start?
Dr. Savita,
Yes, sir.
now in the meeting we have the e-admin expert.
Yes, I just now
Uh,
saw.
yes,
Respected Bharat Gala
Rotarian
sir.
Bharat
Yes.
Balas. Yes.
Heartiest welcome, sir. Nice having you here. So, shall I move to the introduction?
Yeah, you may
Please.
Yeah,
continue.
I welcome all the Rotarians by mistake if anybody is forgotten, all the Rotaractors, interactors, students, faculty members, and everybody who has been and who had been a part of all the projects going on from the front of Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatkopar. Let's quickly understand how fantastic resource person that we have amongst us today. So, Shri Anjan Choudhary is our esteemed guest for the day. He is the founder of Skillfinity. He is Senior Training Consultant of Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship. He is the first Indian trainer to represent Indian pedagogy of skilled training in London under UK India Education Research Initiative in Plymouth College of Hospitality Studies, UK. He is the youngest newspaper columnist of the prestigious Assam Tribune to write series of columns since the past many years of the column Charisma Chronicles. He is the senior trainer at NIR DPR, State Government of Assam. He has done his post-graduation in hospitality management and applied nutrition from Mumbai University. So welcome to your alma mater, sir. Continuing with this, I also want to mention that he is ISTD certified master trainer from Mumbai. He is the global master training advanced from London, UK. Boot camp certified from Future Value Retail, Mumbai. He is the senior M-panel trainer at IIT Guwahati. He is associated with various colleges like Panju College, Digboi College, Nazira College, Rupahi College, Rangia College, Barama College, Bahona, Assam Agricultural University, Jorhat, then Tangla College, JIMT, BC Roy Institute of Engineering, Durgapur, NSEC Kolkata, then is even SMIT Sikkim, Tripura University, Pragjyotish College, etc. The list is endless. He has initiated FDPs, that is the best part of Anjan sir, and that's why I could get introduced to him. I was his student in one of the FDPs 3 years back. So he has initiated FDPs in various colleges and universities across like Manipur University, Dibrugarh University, Guwahati University, Jadavpur University, Kolkata and Dr. Ambedkar Institute, Bangalore. He is the recipient of the prestigious Vocational Excellence Award in the year 2015. He is the senior trainer at Assam Administrative Staff College, Guwahati. He has been training in government, non-government, and private sectors that includes Oil India, State Bank of India, Union Bank of India, principal secretaries of central as well as state brackets, policy sources, and police sources, and professors training at various universities of Northeast India. The senior training consultant of Tezpur University and Dibrugarh University also he is. And Dr. Anjan Choudhary, Assam, he is presently acting as a member board of undergraduate studies ABC Guwahati Autonomous. And still there are so many points which I won't be reading it out because you'll have to understand it from his own talk. So with this short introduction, I want Anjan sir take the lead and kindly guide all our attendees for today's meeting to guide on the topic life skills for broader horizons of life.
This is very, very scary the way how Savita ma'am was talking about me for so long. And to the senior most bench of people I see in front of me, I really feel like running away from this platform. And Thiagaraju sir, it was amazing, seeing you on the screen at the onset when I joined in, and Bharat sir, and everybody here who's present in this platform. I do not think I'm that much capable, neither I do not have that capacity or audacity to talk on trainings and that too on such volatile issues as Savita ma'am had said. But Savita ma'am, I must say, you've been very generous, kind to have introduced me this way. And while I was hearing back at your introduction, I kept thinking, did I do that much? And today, when I look back, I see, oh, well, life went on just like a wink of an eye. And when it's Mumbai, when I get to see surnames like Savita ma'am and all those people here, and when it's Mumbai, I feel like going there. Last year I was there on vacations on a Mumbai Goa trip. Mumbai, I have anchored the emotions of a smell, the olfactory anchors in the Western Railways that I had been spending around 11 years catching hold of the Virar local from Borivali to Churchgate and Churchgate to Borivali back. That was the life that we had. Now, while we speak about such kind of a platform which all speaks about happiness and happiness and happiness, I do not know how to take a lead on any such conversation here. But perhaps I have believed in happiness. Perhaps I have worked out on happiness. I have battled for happiness. I have tried to procure happiness and I remain a happy trainer. I had no idea of Ikigai. There are many people, when I had been visiting places in terms of training, many people kept on saying me, giving me the links of Ikigai too. Because of destiny, because of, I would never say shortage of time, because of procrastination, I always had missed out a chance to read what Ikigai or the concept of Ikurus and Gai, all what that meant about. But today, while I went through the link of ma'am, Savita ma'am, who had given me this link, I could find out how immense universal power is that gets us connected, and unknowingly we become a part of this Japanese concept. I, in this platform, might not be able to speak about Ikigai because I'm not at all prudent, competent, educated, could I say literate on this particular concept. But the 10 rules that I could see back, the 10 chapters that I had overseen, I could easily get them connected with my life, for which I would be able to speak a few things that I really wanted to share with all of you all here. Uh, I do not know how many participants. We have 14 participants, including me, and I can see only Himmat sir, Tyagaraja sir, and Bharat sir in front of me. And of course, Savita ma'am. I wanted to actually speak on this immense power of happiness, connecting it with my past and the present where I'm there today. That doesn't speak about the introduction of mine, what Savita ma'am had said. Whatever Savita ma'am had spoken is not my profile. It's the work that I had done. That basically is not me. But when you talk about me as an individual and as a human being, let me talk about my childhood from where I had come today. And a person who always hated mathematics, and I hated mathematics teachers also. It is not that I hated mathematics only, I hate maths teachers. I don't like them. I hate maths teachers. Because the maths teacher always used to say, the crow sitting outside the branch of a tree listening to my lectures is going to pass maths exams. Anjan Choudhary will never pass maths exams. And I found him very rude, bad, ugly. Hatred started coming from my heart. And I hated maths teachers. During our time, during the 10th board exams, our papers were not of 100 marks. Our papers were of 150 marks. First paper 100 marks, second paper 50 marks. So I decided not to give mathematics because I hate mathematics. I can't do mathematics. I'm sure I would be able to fail in maths. But somehow I was pushed to give mathematics exams on the second condition that I wrote learned mathematics, parrot learning mathematics. And while I wrote learned mathematics, audience, am I audible, visible? Is my network all clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
So then, while I went down to give my maths exams on the basis of rote learning, I came out very successful in mathematics. 3 months later, after my examinations, when the results came out, unbelievably, I scored 100 out of 100 in first paper. And I scored 47 out of 15 second paper. And it was an immense message to the entire civilization, including my parents, that I was a pure science student. So everybody started dreaming about doctors. My dad used to catch hold of my palms and would say, he's got soft hands, he would become surgeon. Forget about surgeon, I can't watch a horror movie alone. And even if I watch a horror movie, I can't go to the washroom alone. This is me. I do not have a calculative brain. I can't see blood. Even if it's a small cut and a wound in my hand, I would faint. So nobody understood that I am very pathetic in the critical mindset. I would not be able to execute critical thought process in my life. But I was very good in literature. I was very good in speaking, creative writing. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. And after many years of my investment in a subject called botany, from where I graduated, of no reason, I chose botany or biochemistry just because I thought there were no mathematics. That's the reason I chose. अब किसको पता था वहां पे भी मैथ्स होते हैं कैलकुलस होते हैं स्टैटिस्टिक्स होते हैं सो माय लाइफ वाज अ मेस इन ग्रेजुएशन so while I came out doing my hospitality management from KC College of Management Studies, Mumbai, I had to take a migration and I came back to Guwahati and my hometown. And my father said, your masters are done. Now, what are your next plans? What do you want to do? I was going through my report cards, the academic profile. I still have a yellow colored profile, a yellow colored file that my mother had archived, where she had archived all the 13 mark sheets of my school. Nursery to class 10. I studied for 13 years, upper KG, lower KG, and all those things. And during our time, we had three examinations: first terminal, half yearly, and finals. So 13 years multiplied by three exams every year. In my life in schools, I gave 39 exams, and 39 different faculty members assessed me, evaluated me. And beneath the mark sheet, Bharat sir, do you remember, under our mark sheets we had a remarks column, and in the remarks column the teachers started writing whatever they wanted to, good, bad, ugly. But one thing that was very common: 39 teachers 39 times wrote one thing very commonly: Anjan good in studies, but Anjan should may pay more concentration, but he should do this, but अब ये but लिखा वाला statement was common for all the 39 times. Every teacher wrote but. Very talkative in the class, very talkative in the class. And that day, I remembered all my friends, all my parents, my relatives, my neighbors. Everybody used to say, if you talk much, wisdom comes out of your mouth. You become fool. You should not talk. My mom, my dad used to be very humiliated while they would go for parents teachers meeting, because my teachers would say, आपका बच्चा इतना बकवास करता रहता है, इतना बात करता रहता है, हम लोग क्लास ही नहीं ले पाते. He talks too much. My relatives used to say, shut your mouth, you'll become wise like Chanakya. Otherwise, you will not be recognized in this crowd and halabalu of this world. अब उस दिन मुझे लगा, I think I have a skill. So my dad said, you should go for research. I said, काय का research? I don't understand any science. I said, I should go for communication. He said, what is that? I said, I want to talk and I want to earn money. He said, थप्पड़ ऐसा मारेगा मुंह तोड़ के हाथ में लाके देगा. There's nothing called communication like that. Go back to Mumbai, big world, get a job and come back successful. So I came back to Mumbai, and the Dean of Academics, Mrs. Doreen Prabhu in KC College, she asked me the same question in the convocation. Anjan, you're a fantastic student. Now, what are your next plans? I said, ma'am, I would want to talk and I would want to earn money. I would want to be identified like that. Possible. I was expecting the same slap that my dad said. But my dean of academics, she caught hold of my hands and took me to the second floor of Fort Mumbai University. and said, "This is your department, ISTD, International Standard of Training and Development," where I got an admission on government sponsorship because I was very good in studies. And by the time I have developed the art of rote learning also, क्या बकवास लिखता था मुझे नहीं पता था, but full marks आ जाते थे. So with that, I got this 2 years of international studies of international standard of training and development. Thereafter, my life started in Mumbai in 1995 from Bawa International Hotel, Ville Parla, from where my journey started as an assistant manager, training, learning, development. Shahrukh Khan के साथ में काम करते, जूही चावला के साथ में काम करते. I got Juhi Chawla's reference to work in Ambassador Hotel in Mumbai, and that is the beginning of where I am today. और देखते देखते, when I see back, 27 years went off. I enjoyed traveling like hell. I enjoyed talking. Every day I speak for 7.5 hours to 8 hours. Savita ma'am is a testimony. She had been through this atrocious behavior of mine all 6 days. I keep traveling to hell for training, or I do not get tired. And even after 5 o'clock, when I come out of the auditorium, people say, "Son, you are amazing. You speak so well." And that day I realized, I think that is Ikigai. And that day I thought, this is how the happiness of my vocation, my passion, my compassion, which gives me money also, based on which I get identification, based on which I remain contented. Henceforth, I started believing in happiness. Many of the people says I'm a happiness coach. I don't know what is that. I'm not literally qualified on being a happiness coach. I only know how to be happy on the smallest and the trivial things. Today, sitting in this platform with very less amount of people, but the stalwarts that I have in front of me. I'm just looking at Bharat sir and I keep fumbling with words. He looks so very strict and I feel a bit denge. I look at Savita ma'am and I keep on observing how intense belief and power she had got. I was looking at Tyagraju sir, how punctual the person is that he comes up to a blank screen and says namaste to find out if anybody is there in the screen. So wonderful people are there. So now today when I sit here, I think I have had my life's biggest achievement twice in the year 2017, 18, and 18, 19, when I was, I was also been awarded Vocational Excellence Award by the President. Many things came up to me, and in the process of archiving my huge cabinet of mementos and trophies, I look back at my 27 years and I feel life was very easy. People say life is difficult. I did not find life to be very difficult. Life was very, very easy because I love doing what I actually am born for. At the same time, I felt whether I can contribute to the world which the world needs. Then I realized, yes, the world needs beautiful mouth because people doesn't talk well. I've come across three categories of people, Bharat sir, I should tell you. One person who do not know how to talk. The second one who knows how to talk. The third one is more important. Iska population सबसे ज़्यादा. The one who do not know how to stop. कौन सा जगह पे मुंह बंद रखना होता है. They don't know that. So I thought, I think I should play a vital role there. And then I got myself trained in transactional analysis and analysis of strokes and ulterior transactions. ये करते करते today, I have developed a habit of staying isolated, being very, very happy to keep on developing myself. Good afternoon, Dia Thakur ma'am. Wonderful to see you. The more people I see on my screen, the more happy I am. Now, wherever I talk of Ikigai, they speak of, the source of learning and the happiness that you get, the purpose for a living, and then the world that needs about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I should say these 27 years of my life that I went through in training and public communication, I have honed myself submissively, passively, which I never realized. If I'm talking of 1995 in Hotel Bawa International, my beginning, 25th of May 1995, when it was my first training, and today, when it is about my almost few lakh number of training, I'm here in front of you. I find I have always enjoyed the podium. I've always enjoyed the microphone. I've always enjoyed the audience in front of me. And today I feel I'm at the top of the world when people like you are listening to me. And people like you actually smile and agree that yes, life is not that difficult. But ladies
Sir,
and
excuse
gentlemen,
me.
I am,
I
sir,
have a small hint to give you. In fact, what I came to know from Dr. Savita is it is not just these people who are now listening to you. In due course, hundreds of people will listen to the same video recording.
I
So you
have
are
come to
actually
know
addressing easily hundreds of people.
Savita ma'am had said me about it. I
Yes.
know.
Yes, sir. We
So
are
you will have
recording
more
this
audience
particular. Yes,
tomorrow, day after tomorrow from the same video.
है
yes,
ना?
So
because
you
That
may
is
feel that you
amazing.
are addressing hundreds of
Already we are
people.
18. Already we are 18.
Ah, and
Yes.
in
yeah,
the 18th, I also have one
The
of my
number is
favorite
increasing.
faculties joining in. Rashmi ma'am is here. I am so happy, Rashmi ma'am. If I could see you, I know Rashmi ma'am. I'm very, very sorry I have stopped you in between. Somebody was talking something, carried away by Rashmi ma'am. Rashmi Warrior ma'am is somebody whom I have huge regards for. We met, and the same platform where
yes.
Savita ma'am and we
So,
did the
sir, we are
FDP.
recording this particular meeting just to meet the need of many people overseas. People who are working, students who are appearing for their finals. They are a part of our
Correct,
Ikigai workshop. However, today, in this
correct,
particular juncture, they are unable to join with us. So, we are
correct,
recording it,
correct,
and
correct,
later on, they are going to definitely watch you, listen to you. There
correct,
is
correct,
one
correct, ma'am.
overseas participant, Mr. Navnath Mane. I would request Navnath
Okay.
sir to kindly on his video if possible. He is joining from Canada.
The beautiful Rashmi ma'am is here. Rashmi ma'am, good afternoon.
Yeah, so
Very nice to see you.
Same here, sir. Same here. I'm sorry I'm a little late to join, but I couldn't have dared to miss your session even for a second.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you
so we
very,
will
very
go
much.
So
ahead.
glad to see you.
By the time the other gentleman joins from Canada, shall we keep continuing?
Yes, he
Now,
is
what
already there
happened
in the meeting.
was,
I guess we can continue,
uh,
sir. Yeah.
oh, right. Now, what happened, what I wanted to say here is that many a times we try to fail to connect the universal energy with our own selves. Because with the invisible demon that pressurizes us to run after EMIs, ECS, clearance of the checks, to raise up the children, and to build a house, and to get a bigger car, and all those extra luggages that we keep on, bonding ourselves with, we forget where do we lie behind and what do I want. Life is very, very simple. I have to tell you, 5th of May was my marriage anniversary. It was my 14th marriage. I don't remember. It was, God knows, my wife should not be listening. Some number of anniversary it was there. However, it's my study room. My wife doesn't enter here. I'm safe talking to all of you all. So now I think it was the 15th or the 14th anniversary that I went down to a five-star hotel. Believe me, which is very correct that I'm trying to tell you, in a five-star hotel where the having of the food together with my son was not that important. There were certain hallmark pages, hallmark space in the hotel where I had to click photographs and post in the social media to prove that I am rich, to prove that I am doing wonderful. So the connectivity with the family is off. But while coming out, while we started to have a gola, that gola ka chuska, chuski ka gola, or whatever you say, from the footpath of 25 rupees, and sucking the gola of kala khatta and khas syrup, and while some droplets coming on my white shirt, I was so happy coming back home. My son was so happy coming back home. Then I realized what was the reason of the few thousand rupees that we had to shell, just because I had to have a Facebook upload. And while I'm uploading the Facebook, I'm also marking on the location that people should see I'm in Taj. And by the time I'm also uploading, I could also see Rashmi Warrior ma'am is online, but she's not liking my photographs because she's jealous. There are so many thoughts happening in my mind. Savita ma'am just gave me a like. See, the entire description that I'm giving you is a metaphor. It's not real. So Savita ma'am has just given me a like, the blue thumb wala. She could have given me a red emoji also, but she didn't give. Why? Because she can't afford a five-star dinner. That's the reason she's jealous. So you understand, what do we bring back home? And how do we contribute it to the people? And people talk very, very good and big just because, we had to do it because you sound good. No, this is very, very wrong. We have to be to the roots of our soul to identify why we are born for. And today, after 27 years, when Savita ma'am calls me this way, when everybody gives me this platform to talk where I am there today, I really feel happiness is a self coaching system that we need to start doing every day. Correct. Correct. There was one point of time where all my friends, all my colleagues, relatives around me used to say, Anjan, hathi ka bachcha. He's so fat. Anjan, gende ka bachcha. Pura mota, bhayankar. So I had never come to know what my name was. But while I used to come back from my school crying and listening to the looking at the mirror, I used to ask the mirror, do I look very bad or what? And the mirror said, no, you look fantastic. So I started working out on myself. And today also I am fat, but I'm fit. You will not be able to imagine the kind of kilometers I walk for morning walks, the kind of food that I have. I might look very ugly. I might not look as graceful as by Rashmi ma'am. I might not look very good like, Navnath sir. But one thing is for sure, I'm very, very fit. That you cannot deny. Otherwise, 9:30 to 8:30 in the evening, offline and online together, irrespective of Saturdays and Sundays, I talk. I burn calories with my brains, generating happiness. And my audience says, 4 बजे के बाद में तो लोगों का एनर्जी नीचे आ जाता है. 4:30 बजे के बाद में आप और उछल कूद करके ज्यादा बात करते रहते हैं. How do you do it? Because I'm happy. The whole day I was in a training. I did not have lunch today because many of my participants knows I try to skip lunch. I had 2-3 glasses of water, changed my shirt, put on some cologne on my face, otherwise I'll not smell good. If I don't smell good, I might not look good. That is there in my olfactory anchors. And here I am, enjoying each and every statement and vocabulary of mine, which I mean to surpass to all my viewers who should know how happiness is all about. But, ladies and gentlemen, there are hurricanes and tornadoes around us who will not allow you to be happy at times and at most of the time. The hurricanes and the tornadoes could be your parents, could be your mother-in-laws. It was just a slip of tongue that I was supposed to say monster-in-law. The parents, the children, the siblings, the brothers, lot amount of people would come across as a hurricane and a tornado to snatch away your happiness. If I talk about 10, 15 years ago, I used to be carried away by sadness. I used to be carried away by sadness. But over 10, 15 years now, I have realized that is my loss. Who knows, before I switch off this platform right now, I might breathe my last. I can't miss that opportunity. I might not be able to come across in my life at all in front of Bharat sir. So I'm enjoying his thorough nodding of his head, and I feel I'm in front of him. I can't miss that opportunity. Savita ma'am, Rashmi ma'am, see the happiness that I have meeting, Rashmi ma'am. Tyagaraja sir was saying something. I stopped in between and I said, Rashmi ma'am, the graceful ma'am. I would never forget that because I can't afford to miss that opportunity. Henceforth, we have to bargain, we have to battle, and we have to fight for happiness just because of your sake. And I should tell you, everybody, we are so much full of universal energy beyond our mere profession. 21 years I was working in corporates, high packaged, few lakh of salaries coming in the 28th of the month, yearly one vacation, five-star hotel, dinner, shopping, credit cards. Life was so settled. And all of a sudden, 2015, when my first UKRE project came out of 731 trainers across India to represent hospitality, I had to go to London. When I applied for a leave, then my organization said, no, we are coming with a audit in the next few weeks. You cannot leave. Please postpone or cancel your London trip. That is the moment I realized I have to live for myself. I cannot live for others. And then I said to the organization, but तुम्हारा यहाँ पे दोबारा हम काम करने के लिए आएगा ही नहीं. अब this was not the language. I had written a very professional language. The services and the experience with this organization was wonderful, but however, life has its own destiny. I think we have to take and we have to part. But however, it was an immense learning. और भयंकर गाली देके I went to London. Heathrow Airport, when I landed, I was jobless. I did not have a job. But I was very happy that I'm in London taking an international exposure. 21 days later, when I landed in India, I was so ashamed that people will ask me, क्या काम करते हो? I said, मेरे पास में तो कोई काम ही नहीं है. Then I planned up to make a training institute. So I looted banks, pickpocketed people, dacoits, robbery, सब किया. असल में कुछ भी नहीं किया, bank loans लिए, and I've built up a 5-star infrastructure of an organization called Indian Skills Academy. And I started to run the training business. First month, 15th of 31st of July, the inauguration happened by the education minister. I was in the headlines, newspapers, news everywhere. There are red color ka, I have a waistcoat that I look very good. I wore and my pictures came. And the next day when I went to the office, I saw 38 people in front of me looking at me like this. उस दिन पता चला 38 लोगों का सैलरी मुझे देना पड़ेगा. अब मेरा अकाउंट में 28 को सैलरी नहीं आने वाला. ये देख के आई हैड अ माइल्ड स्ट्रोक. और ऐसा स्ट्रोक हुआ that I was hospitalized. And while I went to the hospital, I was praying to God, I should die. अगर अच्छा ही हुआ मैं मर गया तो ये 38 लोगों का सैलरी से तो मैं बच जाऊंगा. I'm very honest what I'm saying. I kept on praying to God, I should die. I should die. I cannot run this show because I have a set mindset. I have a fixed mindset of an employee. I cannot become an employer. 38 लोगों का पैसा नहीं दे पाएगा. I kept on, praying to God. And the rude cardiac doctor, he came in and he, checked back my pulses and everything. And he drew the curtain and said, look at the way how your wife and your son is crying. Can you imagine if you die today, what will happen to them? That day I realized it is very important for me to live. And then I started praying to God to live back, bring me back to life. And all my colleagues, all my staff members came up to me carrying flower bouquets, फिल्मों में जैसे आता है, और आके बोलते हैं, sir, get well soon. We are not worried about money. We are worried about you. You come out, including my peon. His name is Jintu. He comes up and says, sir, I don't want money. I just want you to come back. Please come. 20 days later, 18 days later, I came back to office and I was thinking, अभी 10 दिन में मैं पैसा कहाँ से लाऊं? 38 people के employees are huge. ऊपर से आधा महीना I was in hospital. पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? But God is there. Whenever you are positive, you attract positivity. Whenever you are negative, you attract negativity. इसीलिए हम लोग कहते हैं ना, mind your language. एक बार हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, इस बार गया, fail होगा लेकिन. Universal will push you for failure. एक बार अगर हम लोग मुंह से बोलते हैं ना, इस बार I have to study hard. The universal energy will push you to study hard. So the universal energy gave me a government contract of 1 crore 27 lakhs. उसमें से सरकार खा गया 17 लाख. बाकी पैसा मेरे पास आए और उसी पैसा से I started my first pivotal venture. And then there was no looking back. COVID में I had to organize for a different organization which has to be an online platform. So we reorganized and rescheduled, and the setup is called now Skillfinity. That deals with absolutely teachers training and pedagogical approaches of higher education. CBSE trainings and ICSE trainings came down to us, and you see, life went on. Until date, I do not have a salary. But today, I have a hope, I have a desire to go for vacation thrice a year. So I make it a point, December, July, and March. 3 vacations of my son, I should be out. It can be 35 kilometers out of the town. That is also a vacation for me. Doesn't mean that I have to go to Switzerland. I have to have dinner tonight outside. It need not be a hotel. It can be a dhaba outside too with a dal tadka, and you see back how beauty of life happens. And when they say people are very rich, I have seen people very, very poor. पॉवर्टी के लोग जो मैंने देखे हैं जिंदगी में शायद ही किसी ने देखा होगा. आई हैव सीन पीपल हु आर डैम पुअर हु हैड ओनली crores and crores and crores of rupees in their banks. इससे ज्यादा they had nothing. But I've seen myself very, very happy. I don't have that much amount of money in my bank account, and I don't worry about it also, as long as I have happiness with me. I think I'm very rich in terms of my acquaintances, in terms of the knowledge and the expertise I have gathered. And I think I'm very, very happy about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, listening to me, please try to put yourself on a back seat and realize the kind of dreams we have. Is it for me or is it for compulsions? I really had to go for a KFC chicken bucket. And I keep pleading my wife, chalo, chalte. My wife is not like me, obese and fat and ugly. My wife is very beautiful and slim. She says, nahi, mujhe ye sab nahi khana. I call my son, chal, KFC खा के आता है. My son says, नहीं खाने से पेट दर्द होता है. I can't go. मुझे लगा, मुझे आज खाने को मन हुआ KFC. अगर मैं कल सुबह मर गया तो I will alone go. So I alone go to the KFC, I alone hog the chickens, and I enjoy each and every bite, and I come back cherished, flourished with positivity that I had done what I wanted to do. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि मुझे शराब पीना है. I'm a teetotaler. I don't drink, I don't smoke. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है मुझे गलत काम करने हैं. No. But I wanted to say, Savita ma'am, you're very beautiful to look at. ये मुझे अगर कहना है, then I'll definitely speak out just because it will make her happy. The reason of happiness is something that I have found out is for others, not for you. See, the way how I'm talking about happiness, it's not for me, it's for many people around me, including my neighbors, including my colleagues, including my audiences. I go rarely to my office, but my office says, Sir, the moment you enter, you are like a swift of fresh air. You don't move in the office, you glide ideas. I feel I have a successful life. I went for a vacation in some place some days ago, and a child, a student of mine, he came running and hugged me out of impulsiveness. Hugging Anjan Choudhary is not very easy for my students because they are bad scared of me. He came hugging, and I said, "What happened? Which airlines?" He said, "Indigo." So I gave him a placement in Indigo after a year's training. And he said, "Sir, I have something to tell you. I have to take you for dinner." I said, yeah, of course I'll go for dinner. He called me in the evening and he said, "Sir, I will just take you for dinner, not your entire family. Because, I'm there with my family." I said, yeah, I'll go alone with you. When? Set up tomorrow. So tomorrow, how should you come for the dinner? Should I bring a bike or a car? I said, bike, because in the city, I don't have a chance to ride a bike. I'll drive, you get me a bike. So on the bike, I sit, he takes me down to a wonderful Chinese restaurant. He knows I'm very fond of Chinese food. So took me to a Chinese restaurant and gave me the best of the Chinese food that he had. And we went on talking. He went on saying, "Sir, आपने सिखाया था ऐसा हुआ था. Sir, ऐसा हुआ था, ऐसा हुआ था." He was very excited, meeting me after 2 years. And then when the waiter came with the bill, I said, "Wait, I'll pay the bill." I was about to take my card out. He said, No, I'll pay. I said, No, you will not pay. I'll pay. "Well, sir, I get my salary now. I'll pay." I said, No, you will not pay. Twice, thrice, I said. Fourth time, he stood up and he said, "Don't you understand also, or what, sir? I'm trying to tell you, no, I'll pay. I'll pay." I said, "Why?" He said, "Look." He opens his purse and he says, "पहला महीने का पहला सैलरी का 400-500 रुपए नोट मैंने डाल के रखा पहला वाला पॉकेट में. That is 2,000 rupees. The first month's salary that I was taking out from the ATM, 400-500 rupee note I have kept separate to spend on you as a Guru Dakshina." अब समझते क्यों नहीं है? चुपचाप बैठे रहिए. 800 rupees he'd spend on Chinese food. 1,200 rupees he buys a perfume bottle for me. And a Bhagavad Gita. It is there under my laptop right now, for which I have elevated. And he says, "Sir, you are magical. You do not know what you have given me. You live in my system. Each and every words that I speak is all because of you. ये 400-500 रुपए से मैं आपका ऋण तो नहीं चुका सकता, but this is what I had wanted to give you." And while bringing back the perfume bottle in my hotel, I kept on thinking, tomorrow, if my son puts me to an old age home, if he doesn't look at me also, I would not be very sad. The best of the things I have got already. So that is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, whatever we are compassionate enough to do, that gives us an identity, that gives us satisfaction, that does not give us a compulsion. Let's do it right now. I am not here to motivate you saying that life starts at 65 and 70. I do not know whether life would start or stop at 65 or 70 for me. But what I know is today. What I know is today that we are going to contribute for a better and a brighter future for tomorrow. That is for sure. I take my son to convent school here, one of the most coveted, prestigious school in Don Bosco. And the teacher says, "आपका बच्चा ने ये किया, आपका बच्चा ने वो किया." I said, "थप्पड़ मारते क्यों नहीं है?" बोलते, "थप्पड़ मारने से पुलिस पकड़ के लेके जाएगा, corporal punishment, what do you call, human rights, child protection acts, POXO." I said, "ये सब तो बात का बात, लेकिन थप्पड़ अगर नहीं खाएगा, he will not have a story of his childhood. He would not know what childhood is all about, because in a city and a metro kind of a setup in Guwahati, he doesn't get a chance to ride a bicycle. So he doesn't fall, he doesn't bruise his knees. He has never seen a guava tree. He has never climbed up a mango tree. While he was in the third standard, मैं किसी का घर पे गया और वहां पे बोला ये देखो मैंगो के पेड़. बोलते अच्छा मैंगो पेड़ पे लगते हैं. हम लोग फिर कहाँ पे लगते हैं? बोलते तुम तो बाजार से लेके आते हो. हमने बाजार से तो कहाँ से लेके आता होगा? बोलते फैक्ट्री में नहीं लगते क्या? So that dumb is this generation. So they did not get that childhood. So that's the reason I say life skills are all about not lectures. Life skills are very simple, down to earth, being rooted and find out how blissful life was. I miss the wonderful song of Nirma washing powder. Remember, everybody? Doordarshan's opening of the channels, and the boring newsreaders who used to come, or boring newsreaders matlab Sarla Maheshwari in the in the Hindi news section, Salma Sultana, all those people were like our family members. ये लोग स्क्रीन पे आते तो हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल में पापा के साथ में खाने पे बैठ जाते. न्यूज शुरू हो गया, खाने पे आ जाओ. दैट वाज द सिग्नल माय मॉम यूज्ड टू गिव. न्यूज खत्म हो गया, बैग पैक करो, मतलब कल सुबह को स्कूल जाना होगा. This is not there anywhere today. So we don't have anchoring of the emotions passing out. So we have to catch hold of something based on which we can anchor our emotions. Mumbai for me was, my life there. But today Mumbai for me is Savita. Today Mumbai for me is Rashmi ma'am. They have become synonymous. See the anchoring of the emotions, how does it occur? So, ladies and gentlemen, if I talk about livelihood, and that too with lifestyle, that too with a big car. I have a Wagoner car, but I can buy many cars together. But I have a Wagoner car. और उसी वैगनर कार में when I go down to some places, people say, अरे सर आपको भी वैगनर कार में सूट नहीं होता. हम लोग क्यों? 27 साल में दो बार राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार के लिए नाम तो राष्ट्रपति भवन से आया था, तब मेरे पास में वैगनर गाड़ी था. अब मैं वैगनर से अगर बड़ा गाड़ी में जाऊं, मेरा जिंदगी का कौन सा चीज पलटी होगा? I train IS officers in the staff college here. IS officers every week. When I go to train them, मेरा ड्राइवर मर गया as in, खाने के लिए चला गया, कहीं पे मर गया, is not picking up the calls. तो I have to reach there on time. कहाँ पे जाएंगे? रैपिडो बाइक में. तो रैपिडो बाइक गेट के बाहर खड़ा करता, टाई वाई ठीक करता है, ऐसे एकदम ठीक ठाक करके एकदम स्टाइल से अंदर घुसता. और सब लोग बोलते सर आपका गाड़ी कहाँ है? मैं बोलूँ वहां पे पार्क करके आया. Because I know around this world today people are not going to respect me if I come by a rapido. लेकिन यही rapido के साथ में when I enter my 6 hours of the training in front of the education ministry or the chief minister, and when they say sir how fantastic you are, I don't acknowledge their words, क्योंकि अभी भी बोलेंगे सर चलिए गाड़ी तक छोड़ के आते हैं. और जब मैं बोलूंगा गाड़ी नहीं है, सर गाड़ी नहीं है रैपिडो में जाएंगे, फटाक से मेरा पैरामीटर will come down. So I don't think so acknowledgement for such statements are very very important for us. See, the wonders are many in this world. Socrates ने कहा था ना wonders are many. So I'll tell you, when you talk about happiness, it's about the choice of yours. I'll talk about my family. ऐसे कई सारे members थे हमारे family में who are sadist. अब क्या करते, जब जब हम लोग used to become happy, my parents used to become happy, my dad used to become happy, ये लोग आके सामने में एकदम चील की तरह फटाक से छीन के खुशियां लेके चले जाते. पिछले 27 सालों में आफ्टर आई बिकेम अ ट्रेनर, आई न्यू उसी चील का मुंह से हैप्पीनेस वापस छीन के कैसे लाया जा सकता. आई हैव अ चॉइस. आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू लिव माई लाइफ विदाउट हैप्पीनेस. आई कैन नॉट लिव माई लाइफ विदाउट एथिक्स. I cannot live my life without moral values. I cannot live my life without passion. I cannot live my life without compassion. Towards something to hona hi padega. And that is definitely not my son. I have an only son. Lekin it's not that my focus is on him. Because I'm sure the number of old age homes generating in this country, हमारा ठिकाना कहाँ पे आएगा, I don't know. So I have not much expectations. But one thing is for sure. Till the time I leave, I have to live without excess baggage. मेरा गाड़ी, मेरा बंगला, मेरा पैसा, मेरा कलम. मैंने उस दिन एक रेनॉल्ड्स का कलम निकाला. बोले सर आपके पास वो पियर कार्डन नहीं है? मैं बोला है, ढूंढना पड़ेगा, लेकिन यही सामने था, अच्छा लिखता था, मैं लिख के लेके आ गया. सिर्फ तो 10 रुपए का कलम है. हालांकि लिखता तो है, और बहुत तगड़ा लिखता है जब मेरा उंगली में आता है. Because I had written columns in Herald newspaper, and I write columns now also in Guwahati. So life is all about materials. लेकिन एक बार क्या हुआ, आई वेंट टू अ क्रीमेटोरियम, यू नो क्रीमेटोरियम जहाँ पे द जर्नी एंड्स, वहां पे देखा हिंदू शास्त्र में या किसी भी जगह पे मैंने देखा, एकदम जब लास्ट विदाई करते हैं ना एकदम चिता में डाल के, वहां पे तो मैंने देखा बनियान भी नहीं लेने देते, वहां पे तो देखा मैंने जॉकी के अंडरवेयर्स भी लेने नहीं देते, वहां पे किसी किस्म का ब्रांडेड कोई भी आइटम्स अलाउड नहीं है। तो सारा जिंदगी कैरिंग एन एक्सेस बैगेज टू अ डेस्टिनेशन जहां पे वो माल लेके मैं जा ही नहीं पाऊंगा, व्हाट इज दैट यूज। तब मुझे लगा आज के तारीख में कि फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम अगर गायब हो जाए आज के तारीख में, वी वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी वंस अगेन, we would know how to call Savita ma'am once in a month and say, ma'am, pleasure listening to your voice. एक बार याद है लैंडलाइन में जब दादा दादी के फोन आते थे और हम लोग इर्द गिर्द घूमते रहते थे, मुझे फोन दो मुझे फोन दो, फट करके लाइन कट जाता था। आई थिंक रिलेशनशिप्स वेर मच स्ट्रॉन्ग। और आज के जनरेशन के बच्चे, लेट मी आस्क रश्मि मैम, डू यू अग्री that highly educated bacha of your department also, if you give them to write an application letter without a zero defect grammar, they would not be able to write it. Agree or disagree, ma'am?
Agreed, 100%.
होगा ही ना, because they don't write letters,
They
they
don't
don't
write
know emotions. Inland letter क्या होता है उसको पता ही नहीं है, पोस्ट कार्ड क्या होता है उसको पता ही नहीं है, so they will not have emotions in the vocabularies. उसके पास में व्हाट्सएप है और ईगोज है, ब्लू टिक आ गया, उसके बावजूद भरत सर ने मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं किया, ब्लू टिक आ गया, उसके बाद में भी मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं किया गया, आई एम नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट इन भरत सर्स लाइफ। अब अगली बार जब आप मुझे मैसेज भेजेंगे मैं भी आपको जवाब नहीं दूंगा। सो रिलेशनशिप हैज बिकम दिस एंड वी टॉक अबाउट इमोशंस। मुझे तो अभी भी याद है राजेश खन्ना और हेमा मालिनी की फिल्म देखने जाते तो हम लोग रोते भी थे। Now our children does not have movies. We were born in golden period, the wonderful of the songs, Kishore Kumar and Asha Bhosle. So all the closet of happiness is deprived from this generation, and we will not be able to imbibe, conceptualize the concepts of happiness. लेकिन इसका ये तो मतलब नहीं है खुद के साथ में डिस्कनेक्ट करके। I don't think so we'll be able to disconnect ourselves from such strategic lives. इसके लिए मुझे लगा आज अगर मुझे अभी भी उतना ही खुशी होता है मीटिंग सविता मैम, आज अगर मुझे उतना ही खुशी होता है मीटिंग रश्मि मैम, दैट मीन्स आई माइट बी अ बाई प्रोडक्ट ऑफ 70s। ये तो जाहिर सा बात है कचरे का तरह, बिकॉज बैक डेटेड जनरेशंस एंड वी आर नॉट मच अपडेटेड विद द वर्जन्स ऑफ इट, ये तो मुझे पता है। लेकिन एक चीज मुझे और भी पता है, आई एम वेरी वेरी स्पेशल। मुझे एक चीज अभी भी पता है, जो लोग मुझे लेके हंसते हैं या मुस्कुराते हैं या मुझे मेरे बारे में खराब बोलते हैं, उनके किट में 2-2 बार राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार के नॉमिनेशंस नहीं होते। उनके पास में सविता मैम नॉक करके नहीं पूछती, सर इट वाज अ ड्रीम कम ट्रू दैट यू हैव कम टू दिस प्लेटफॉर्म, हेंस आई एम रिच। एक ऐसा ऑडियंस बताइए जहां पे द सीनियर मोस्ट पीपल लाइक प्रभात सर एंड त्यागराजू सर इज जॉ ड्रॉपिंग लिसनिंग टू मी एंड नॉडिंग देयर हेड्स। यू सी द अचीवमेंट्स दैट आई एम बाइंग टुडे and this is remaining forever. Perhaps यही एक चार्ज है जिसके वजह से मेरा बैटरी हमेशा रिचार्ज रहता है। Ladies and gentlemen, if it is about an interview, if it's about a job, if it's about a compulsion, if it's about something that you are doing and it got prone to your system, you are not identifying कि हमें stress हो रहा है। Think about it. Think about it. Universe ने जब हम see by default it's the parents for whom we are here, but we can't be living our life according to somebody or in expectations with someone. Ye I have learned in my 27 years of my work experience. I'm entering the 50s very soon. I would invite everybody here to join my 50th birthday. Very soon मतलब उसके लिए 1-2 साल बाकी होगा शायद। सविता मैम, don't think I'm very old and I don't look old also probably. लेकिन एक बार अगर वो 50 साल का दौरान में आई गो, अब नहीं पता आई वुड बी गोइंग अहेड और नॉट, आई वुड डेफिनेटली कम अप टू ऑल ऑफ यू ऑल सेइंग दैट यू हैव मेड मी यंगर। आई डिनाई, आई डिफाई old age. I deny to become old. I would not become old. कोरोना के समय में I said I defy to get COVID. मुझे कोविड नहीं होंगे। यही रूम में, यही ब्लू वॉल के सामने में बैठ के I kept on doing training and काढ़ा क्या पिएगा। फुटबॉल क्रिकेट नाले में गिर जाता था, वो नाले में से बॉल उठा के खेल के हम लोग खाना खाते थे बिना हाथ धोए। सो कोरोना से भी भयंकर सामान हमारे अंदर में है। कोविड भी हमारे अंदर में घुस के बोला ये कहाँ आ गए हम लोग, ये कौन से देश के लोग हैं। So I had defied COVID then also, Today also I will defy age. And if I live by God's grace and your blessings, I will die young. I will never die old. I deny that. Based on which I will breathe each and every moment. मेरा ब्लड प्रेशर ज्यादा बढ़ गया, फटाफट आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग एवरीथिंग टू मेक इट डाउन। मेरा शुगर लेवल बॉर्डर लाइन में जा रहा है, फटाफट आई डू एवरीथिंग टू ब्रिंग इट डाउन। मैं आने ही नहीं दूंगा। आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू लाई सिक। आई कैन नॉट, इवन इफ आई एम सिक एट टाइम्स। मैं बताऊं ना, मेरा कुछ दिन पहले गॉल ब्लैडर का स्टोन ऑपरेशन हुआ था। तो डॉक्टर सुबह आके बोला, आपने मुंह में क्या लगाया? मैं बोला, मुंह में मैंने क्रीम लगाया, उसके बाद में मैंने आफ्टर शेव लगाया। बोलता, आपका ओटी आएगा ना? मैं बोला, तो अगर मैं ऑपरेशन में मर गया तो ऊपर जाके लोग मुझे देखेंगे ना, आई हैव टू लुक गुड। दैट्स द रीजन मैं तो ऐसे ही जाऊंगा। दैट इज द वे हाउ माय लाइफ इज। मेनी पीपल माइट से आई एम चाइल्डिश, मेनी पीपल माइट से immature. आई डोंट केयर। आई केयर अबाउट द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ हैप्पीनेस। 1 घंटा मैंने बात किया आपके साथ में।
Yeah.
Right now when you will switch off, right now when you will switch off the system, I'm sure you will not say it was a waste of time. Time is very, very limited. That's the reason. That's it that I had to say to all of you all people. Saying that universal energy should be connected to us, making all the reasons of happiness. That's how a happy life should go. Pledge, everybody pledge, deny, defy sorrow, grief from our lives. Accept the fact that you are born to attract positive powers. You will be happy. बाकी रहा सड़क में खड़ा होकर गोलगप्पा खाने का मजा, वो तो 5 स्टार में कभी भी नहीं आएगा। एंजॉय लाइफ। मुंबई रेंज, जब जब रेंज शुरू होता था तब तब हम लोग चलते थे मैरिन ड्राइव्स में। छौका आता था, झपट आता था सागर के, भीग के भयंकर तरीके से लोकल ट्रेन में आते थे। कभी मरा नहीं हम लोग, कभी बीमारी नहीं हुआ, कभी छींक भी नहीं आया। अंडरस्टैंड द इम्यूनिटी। अगर ये है तो immunity towards happiness would be multiple times more. With that, I think I'm just on time that I have to finish. Thank you so very much, everybody, to have been a patient listener. To all the viewers who would be watching, keep understanding. You are born for happiness. You are born for positivity. लोग आएंगे आपके साथ, आपके सामने में, like eagles and vultures to carry it off. Snatch it from their mouth and be happy always. That's the way how I want to conclude. Thank you so much. Be happy, everybody. Stay blessed. Stay beautiful. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this was our dear Mr. Anjan Choudhary, who has tried to open so many aspects of his life, giving out real life examples. Because when we want to search for anyone's ikigai, it becomes so difficult. When we had almost 100 and plus participants on the group, there were some phone calls, WhatsApp messages, personal. Like still, there are some people they are taking time. Even I am also. We all are looking for our ikigai. What is the purpose of our life? So a person like you who is so clear, it takes time to be clear in the life. And so this particular workshop and through your final touching of all these happiness aspect would definitely help all the people to understand what is their ikigai, where do they actually now reside with, and how they can build onto it. What I want to add now further is, are there some questions from Rotarians, Rotaractors, and participants? I can see Mr. Navnath Mane from Canada who has joined with us. Thank you so much, Navnath. Am I audible?
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you're audible. Yeah,
Yes,
thank you, Samita ma'am. Thank you, Anjan sir.
Hi,
So,
sir. Sir, you're not audible, sir.
yeah.
okay, am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
audible.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Savita ma'am and Anjan sir. It's been great to listening you, Anjan sir. And it's morning here, so I just keep the alarm at the morning to attend the session this time
What is the
because
time down there, sir?
currently it's 7:30
In the morning?
Okay.
morning. Yeah,
And
yeah, 7:30 in morning.
how is the cold there? Is it very cold now?
No, no, it's getting summer, right? Cold is over last week itself, right? So winter is too too much here, right? 6 to 8 months is winter.
I
Now
know,
it's
I know,
spring there, yeah.
I know.
So yeah, listening to you in the morning, it's very good, and sharing your live experience, right? Live experience and everything, like it's very good to listen it. and definitely I'll get something from you from this session. And I just one or two thoughts, right, that you mentioned, right? In today's generation, they will not get that much experience that we are having at our childhood, right? So here also, right? uh, just wanted to share, right, in the foreign, right, in Canada itself, right, in school or anywhere, right, if you are having child, right, if you hit them, right, they will keep you in the jail. Okay. Means
I know.
even though you are trying to teach him a good lesson, right,
I
and
know.
it's necessary, right, then also means if child say like mummy or papa hit me or teacher hit me for this reason, then they will put you in jail
एंड
directly.
सर मुझे एक और चीज पता है, बच्चों को आप यू कैन नॉट मेक देम बाथ आल्सो विदाउट क्लोथ्स, बिना कपड़े को उसको नहला भी नहीं सकते. देयर आर रीजंस
Nahi,
लाइक
nahi.
दैट.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm having a 3 year child, right?
हाँ.
He's going to school this year, but yeah, this is the situation here, right? So you cannot teach good habits and everything, right? Here, so I really feel like India is too much better in that case, right?
So you
To
must
raise
be
your
having this
children by your
nostalgic
own, yes,
feeling,
like this.
Indianness. Everybody feels more Indian when they are out of India. Thanks, Navna, for
Indianness.
connecting
Yeah,
with us,
yeah.
and also thanks for being there on the workshop. I would like to have some more questions from the participants. If anybody wants to ask the question relevant to our today's topic about life skills, being happy, finding the ikigai, or else we can move on to the overall feedback. There are some selected feedbacks from people because we are clubbing this with the valedictory of our 10 days online workshop on walking towards your inner goal via ikigai. So shall we go ahead? If any of the participants, if they want to share directly, they may on their video, they may talk to us directly. By the time I'm sharing a certain selected feedbacks, fine. Yes. Let me share my screen first. This is one video. One of the participants she has shared, and actually she's appearing today for her MA Part 2 English Specialization paper. So you can imagine then too she has made it a point to submit her feedback because she indeed did it sincerely
Namaste.
throughout.
Good morning, one and all present here. I am Harshada Vinod Bodre, student of Chhatrapati Shivaji College Satara and ex-student of SPA Doshi Women's College Ghatkopar. Nowadays, I am working as a facilitator in America's India
Savita, we are
Foundation
unable to hear.
in school health program.
Is
From
it
last 10 days, we are hearing the word.
is it audible?
Play it out so we can find it.
Okay, fine. I'll do that.
Namaste. Good morning, one and all present here. I am Harshada Vinod Bodre, student of Chhatrapati
No.
Shivaji College
No?
Satara and ex-student of SPA Doshi Women's College Ghatkopar.
It's muted,
Nowadays, I am working as a facilitator in America's India Foundation in school health program. From last 10 Namaste. Good morning, one and all present
Ma'am,
here.
it's not
I am
audible.
Harshada Vinod Bodre, student of Chhatrapati Shivaji College
I'll
Satara
present it
and
again.
ex-student of
Stop
SPA Doshi
presenting.
Women's College Ghatkopar. Nowadays, I am working as a facilitator in America's India Foundation in school health.
I'll present my screen again. Just a minute. I'm presenting it again. Okay, my entire screen. Let's try it now.
I think if you're connected with headphone, that will not work because
Namaste.
that
Good
video has
morning,
to
one
have
and
the
all
speaker.
present
No?
here.
Is it
I am
audible?
Harshada Vinod Bodre, student of Chhatrapati Shivaji College Satara
Shared.
and ex-student of SPA Doshi Women's College Ghatkopar. Nowadays, I'm working as a facilitator in America's India Foundation in school health program. From last 10 days,
You
we
try
are
with
hearing the
disconnecting
word
the headphone. Is
Yeah,
it?
ikigai,
we're
ikigai.
going
What
to
is
meet you here
ikigai?
now.
Yeah.
Yes, ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word, Japanese art of a living.
Now you'll be
Namaste.
able.
Good morning, one and
Is
all
that okay
present
now?
here. I am Harshada Vinod Godre, student of Chhatrapati Shivaji College, Satara, and ex-student of SPA Doshi Women's College, Ghatkopar. Nowadays, I am working as a facilitator in America's India Foundation in school health program. From last 10 days, we are hearing the word ikigai, ikigai. What is ikigai? Yes, ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word, Japanese art of a living. It is a book would teach us how to find our passion and purpose of our life. This book will also teach us some exercises to keep ourselves physically healthy, and there are some short techniques to relieve stress. Ikigai is a different for all of us. But one thing we have a common is that we are all searching for a meaning. Our ikigai is hidden deep inside each of us, and finding it requires a patient search. Once we discover our ikigai, pursuing it and nurturing it every day, it will bring meaning to of our life. So this is the gist of our ikigai. Now, I would like to share 10 rules of ikigai which are already read by us and shared by the Savita ma'am. So first is stay active, don't be retire. In the dictionary of Japanese people, there is a no word of retirement. Then second is take it slowly, be relaxed. Third one is don't fill your stomach, which is very important and necessity of today's generation. Fourth is surround yourself with a good friends. Yes, friends plays very important role in a human being life. Get in shape for our next birthday. Then smile. Yes, smile plays very important role in exercise also and everyday lives also. Reconnect with nature. Then give thanks to each and every people, person or thing from universe to the bottom. Then live in the moment. Yes, not in past and not in future. And last one is follow our ikigai, which is very important. So these are the 10 important rules which I am trying to follow in my day to day life. Now I would like to share our ikigai model. In this international workshop I found my ikigai, so I would like to share my ikigai with you all. First, in ikigai, what you love. So I love to teach students. Then what the world needs? Yes, world needs good teacher. Third is what you can be paid for. So yes, I get salary, and most important thing is respect. Then what you are good at? So I am good at it teaching. So I found my ikigai. I hope you all are getting your ikigai in these days. I would like to conclude my experience with some examples which I read in the book. Uh, One is instead of going gym, we should do yoga or some exercises. And one more thing I would like to share is the technique of serving food. So, which is very amazing and interesting. At the time of serve of food, we should serve food in four small dishes and one big dish. After eating a food, we feel like my stomach is not fulfilled. What happened? How it's happened? So it is a technique. Another thing is after every 30 minutes, 5 minutes walk is necessary. So these are all important techniques or lifestyles I learned from this international workshop, and so many things as there. So at last, thank you so much Savita ma'am for giving me opportunity to find my ikigai. Thank you.
So this was Harshada. She is actually right now giving her MA Part 2 English paper, but she has shared her views because she really could find her ikigai through this. So we can call it as the success of her workshop. If people are really on the right track, if they can analyze their lives and they can really take a decision like what to do, in what way to do, that's the really beauty and success of this our project involved. I want to now showcase one more feedback which is there.
Savita ma'am, I could not see the feedback. I could not hear the feedback also. Is it because that the screen has not been shared to us or something like that?
Yes,
Okay.
Screen
we could
sharing
not
is
we
on.
could not see,
We could not see, we could not hear
we
anything.
could not hear. Yes,
You could not share anything.
No, I was
yes.
looking
Oh
at
my
you,
god.
the earrings and the
Uh,
tricolor flag there, everything that we could see.
Okay. Actually,
Not, nothing could be seen.
yeah.
We were just expecting something to
And
come
we
up.
try. Yeah. Now see, could you get that?
Morning, one and all present
Is it
here.
audible
I am
visibly?
Harshada Vinod Bodre, student of Chhatrapati Shivaji
no,
College, Satara, and
Okay.
ex-student of
Okay,
we
SPA
are
it's
not
not
able
Women's
to
visible.
College,
hear. We are able
Ghatkopar.
to see.
Nowadays,
Audible,
I am
audible.
working as a
Sorry, visible. We
facilitator
can
in
see.
Visible
America's
only,
India
not audible.
Foundation in school health program. From last 10 days, we are hearing the word Ikigai, Ikigai. What is Ikigai?
The
Yes,
voice is not there.
Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word, Japanese art of a living. It is a book would teach us how to find our passion and purpose of our life. This book will also teach us some exercises to keep ourselves physically healthy, and there are some short techniques to
Savita
relieve
ma'am?
stress.
Is that
Ikigai
not
is a
still
different for
visible?
all
No,
of
we are
us.
not able to
No,
But one
hear.
thing we
That's
have a
okay.
it
common is
is not
that
audible.
we are all searching
You
for
could
a
just
meaning.
try playing this
Our
video on
Ikigai
your
is hidden
phone
deep
and keeping it
inside
near the
each of us,
mic
and
of your
finding it
laptop so it
requires
will
a
be audible.
patient.
I'll stop that. We may later on share it because already we have other feedbacks to share. Uh, I might read out those feedbacks to you. Some are in text format. Diksha Patil, she speaks that yes, she has found her ikigai and puts her thanks on record to Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatkopar. Anuradha Chaudhary, who was one of the resource person from IKS New Delhi, she writes that yes, thank you so much for calling me as one of the resource persons for one of the sessions, and she has also thought about thinking seriously about the ikigai process. Jyoti Singh also writes about finding her ikigai due to the all over process that we followed it. There is one more feedback from Vageshwari madam. I would read it out. She says, hello friends, I'm Vageshwari Gore from Srimati P.N. Doshi Women's College, Ghatkopar, Mumbai. First, I would like to thank the Youth Avenue of Rotary Club of Mumbai, Ghatkopar for organizing this wonderful workshop. I was lucky to have the hard copy of the book and we were supposed to read one chapter a day, but I couldn't resist the temptation of reading, and she read the entire book in 2 days. This workshop has helped me to learn the secret of my happy and healthy life. Eat moderately, exercise, be active, do activities that make you forget about time, and find your own ikigai. I will definitely continue to follow this and also share the secret of happy and healthy life with my near and dear ones. Though the workshop has ended, our journey will continue. Once again, thank you, RCMG, she writes. So now there are some other feedbacks. However, now looking forward to people who are already in the session, I would like to call upon a short note of thanks to our today's resource person. I ask our president Tyagarajoji for the same.
Thank you, Dr. Savita. Um, to tell in one sentence, today's talk has been the essence of whatever you covered in 10 days. Every aspect of Ikigai was covered
Sir,
today,
can you please
almost
on
every
your
aspect.
video? Sorry, sir, we can't see
Oh,
you.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay.
yes.
Now, almost every aspect of Ikigai was covered by Anjan sir today. His own life, his own profession, his choice of profession has been purely Ikigai way. Then every aspect of happiness he covered, about he, his as you have yourself noted, Dr. Savita, that every aspect he covered, including food, including the responsibility to be happy, personal responsibility to be happy. Hmm. Then various aspects of ikigai, which we picked up now and then, all those appear today. So I first congratulate you for choosing the right expert for a valedictory fund.
Right.
That's a great thing. So I think these two sentences would sum up everything about his talk. Then, if I have to add a few more points for the completeness, he's a contagious happy man. So contagious means we get infected by happiness, by his happiness. That's a greatness he has got. He identified early in his life and he chose this profession and he has been doing wonders in that. In fact, he is proving through his life that when you follow ikigai or when you follow the inner calling, then you will not get tired. You will rejoice your work. Then and it's the god's responsibility to make you financially comfortable when you follow your passion. It is his responsibility. So even an obviously not so lucrative profession, if it is taken by responding to the inner calling, but still the living is assured. That is what he has proven. Not only ordinary living, the gigantic living is assured. That is the responsibility of God. So it's, it's a great illustration of his own life to all of us that Ikigai life is something great. We should all follow it. So thank you. Uh, uh, and as of now, these are my responses. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Over
sir.
to Dr. Savita.
Yes. Thank you, dear President. I would like to put this end of our session on record because the whole idea of having such a kind of workshop was from our President, who is not just the President of a Rotary, but actually a senior scientist at Bhabha Atomic Research Center. And he has been contributing to the nationwide development of his own field, supporting and mentoring many research students and doing his social services through Rotary. So it was his dream project which got actualized in this month of May from 1st of May to 10th of May. We do have one more person who is going to be our next year president. I welcome the Rotarian Kamlesh ji to have a few words with us. You are on mute. Kindly unmute yourself, Kamlesh bhai. You are not audible. You are not audible, Kamlesh bhai. Please unmute yourself.
Now,
Yes, yes, perfect.
how it is audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible and visible.
Yeah.
Yes,
See, yeah. Congratulations. Uh, Vice Chancellor. Chancellor, and,
Savita ma'am,
I
yes,
bandwidth could
for
be a problem.
yeah,
organizing.
He can mute his video,
I
then he can talk.
okay.
hello,
I can't do.
hello.
Yes, yes. Please speak on. I'm trying to.
I, uh,
Maybe he is
If Kam,
having low bandwidth, possibly.
if Kamlesh sir can mute your video and
Yeah,
just put on your audio, we
yes,
would be able to hear it
that will
probably.
be great. So we'll be able to hear you. आपका वीडियो बंद कर
hello.
दीजिए सर.
Now it's okay.
Huh. Okay,
Now,
okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes.
hello. Now it's
Absolutely.
okay.
Perfect,
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. See, Savita ma'am has done the best Ikigai series, and uh, as it is, uh, we can say life changing. It teaches every aspects, uh, not only longitude life and finding purpose, and in every respect concentrating uh, on your one work and all the strategies. So thank you, Savita ma'am, for such a arranging nice ikigai, and thank you to Anjan sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamlesh
Okay.
bhai. Good that we could hear you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Actually, Anjan sir, as you know, we all Rotarians, we all are intensely busy in our work life. Everybody's running so many
Correct.
businesses, other things, other commitments. However, this love for
Correct.
nation and to do something great for humanity connects all of
Correct.
us together.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
that's the reason this workshop could
Yeah.
happen, considering
Yeah.
and under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and Indian knowledge system. So we had wonderful sessions, workshops, and seminars all together. There were different sessions conducted, almost 4 to 5 sessions we had, which dedicated to each and every area of life. For example, we had some sessions dedicating to yoga, then martial arts, then spirituality, then food, health, and home science we tried to have. Then later on, we invited you for the overall happiness. So, in all, I myself had never ever imagined that this particular dream would take such a great momentum. It was indeed like a spiritual blessing that we all get connected. Everything happened in such a short span of time that I could really tap into all the people, best kinds of resource persons in their areas, and things just happened like that. So it is the beauty of Rotary, which I indeed love to the core of my heart. Being the youth director, I always try to motivate my students and everybody that I'm associated with. And yes, I want to put this on record that you are my mentor for happiness. I always
Thank
follow
you so much,
you,
ma'am.
your
Thank you
sayings,
so much.
because when I did my particular FDP, that was Faculty Development Program in the year 2020 in the month of September, only 8 days we met, but we met from 10 to 5. And those days were like revolutionary. Rashmi madam is also there, and we became fast friends. Recently, in the last month, we could see each other into each other's colleges, and then we always talk about Anjan sir also, how he really touches upon through examples, through life giving experiences, because we would never understand how teachings can be so much connected to the life. So that is the beauty of a mentor, a happy trainer. And apart from him, what he is that you all have understood. So a big thank you from Youth Avenue and Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatkopar for accepting our invitation, coming
Thank
to
you so
us,
much.
though virtually, to Mumbai, your alma mater. And we would also love to see you there at Assam soon. Hope to have
Absolutely.
a trip to you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely.
I
There,
would
there are some
like to add
participants. In case if anybody
what
wants to put their views, Rashmi ma'am, would you like
yes,
to
I
add
was
on?
saying I would like to yes, I would like to what Savita ma'am said. It will. I'm from the day we started till we finished those 10 day 1 week FTP back to back. Two were there, but the second one was the one we had with Anjan sir. And literally from morning 10 to evening 5, the time just passed, and we were like, we didn't want this to end. We didn't want that session to end. Today it is the same feeling. Although I literally regret missing the first half an hour of listening to you, sir, because I know I missed quite a lot of your um, teaching through actions, teaching through your experience. The way you are, the way you teach through your life experiences, the way you share in the form of a story, it is so easy, relatable, easy to understand. I just feel like listening to you all the time and just grasping all that I can take away from you.
Thank
But
you
it's
so much.
really lovely to be in the presence of you, in the presence of such senior members, and having you.
Thank you so
But
much.
really, but then yes, I feel that I'm fortunate to have met you, been under your guidance. Having attended the FTP, I could come in touch with Savita ma'am as well, and we met at our college in ITM. And yeah, so good connections and good people coming together is always a great thing on any platform. But I really hope to see you in person, sir, either in Mumbai over here, or if in Assam, we will definitely plan together, ma'am.
Please, ma'am, I'll host you. It's a
Yes,
beautiful place. You should
we,
make up
we
once.
both would definitely make a plan and come visit you.
Please, please. It's a pleasure. Blissful news.
Now
Please.
that we have met, next is we will meet you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
So this
The
was
WhatsApp presence is so impactful, sir. I would really, really love to meet you in person.
Thank
I
you
am
so much.
waiting for that day.
Thank you so much.
And every word that you take, every word that you say in every session of yours is so, so deep, and it's so much, to take away from that. It stays. You leave that kind of an impact, and you really live by example.
Thank
That's
you so
very
much.
rare. That's very rare.
Thank
So
you
thank you
very, very
so much
much.
for all the
Thank you so much.
teachings and guidance that you provided.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you very much.
thank you, Madam Rashmi Rajan Warrior, for joining and also putting your views. I would like to inform all of you, we have shared the link, feedback link in the chat box. Also, it would be shared with the participant who would be later on watching for later taping of today's. And then after completion of their workshop, some of them, they are in the process of completing it since they are so much busy with their exams and busy work life. However, we have given them 8 days extra so that they can complete their reading and given related tasks. So I think this is all about. If anybody wants to share anything onto it, it's a beautiful, beautiful mode wherein we are putting formally an end to this wonderful get together, sharing of thoughts, and also serving the humanity at large.
I have something to say.
Yes, sir.
Shall I,
Yes,
Dr. Savita?
yes, sir.
See, today, 11th May, is National Technology Day. This National Technology Day, why is it commemorated? It is the anniversary of India performing atomic bomb experiments. Within 2 days, they have exploded 5 atom bombs. So on 11th and on 13th May 1998, they have done. Now that's a symbolic activity to say that India is awakening. India is not the same India. India is awakening. That is the symbol. That's the message they gave to the world. In in fact, they gave in 74 once, and they gave in 98 once, and last 10 years, India has been continuously giving the message to the world that we are something. India is awakening. In India, now today we can freely speak about the majority religion. Hinduism, the best of the whole world, the best culture of the whole world. Now there's an awakening of that. Each and every uh, person in India, even if they are of other religions, but they were all originally Hindus. Their forefathers were all Hindus. In fact, whole of the world were all Hindus because the pagan culture was similar to Hindu culture. Before advent of Christianity, it was all pagan culture. That pagan cultures used to worship, the wind god, the sun god, the rain god. In fact, they were exactly following our Indian principles. So across the world, it was our Indian principles, Indian culture, which was spread across. Unfortunately, for around 2000 years, there were certain disturbances. Now the whole world is awakening. Whole world is recognizing the India's greatness. Now Indians are also recognizing our own greatness, and we are actually living up to the new strengths we are acquiring. At an appropriate time, we have Dr. Savita here in our Rotary Club. We want to bring back, or we want to bring forward rather, the real confidence of Indian knowledge systems or Indian culture. A few years back, we were not so confident to say that I am a Hindu. In fact, we were not able to use the word spirituality. Then now, in fact, last a few years, we have brought spirituality into the place of work. Actually, Mr. Anjan knows so much. In fact, every organization wants to bring about effectiveness through spirituality. So now it has become a very important fashion. At an appropriate time, our Rotary Club at Ghatkopar also has awakened to the new realities, and we are working intensely on that. And thanks to Dr. Savita for initiating various kinds of programs. In this, in fact, one specialty she has got is she adds up the element of spirituality into personality development. All her programs were of this kind, and we thought we should have the full benefit of her presence in Rotary Club, and she has been doing all these things. And now the it's actually the key word of today's training is adding spirituality to the usual mundane self-development programs, which we were on for 50
Correct.
years.
Very correct.
Huh? So now it's a new era opening up, and I thank Dr. Kavita for living up to the new reality and we thank you for bringing such great resource persons into your program of 10 days. This is Ikigai program, which has been completely designed by herself. Only the book is of Japanese, but the day-to-day tasks and the homeworks which she used to give are all designed by her. The whole program is designed by her, and very appropriately she has taken Ikigai. That is such an important thing, and she picked up the right book out of the whole world, I should say, and she has done well. So, with these words, I would like to express my final thanks.
Thank you so much. I really give this credit to the wholehearted support of President, Secretary, and all the club members, all the students, even the college with which I'm working. People like everybody who is associated with me. They directly, indirectly give me some reason to connect to them. And so this was a small service from my end to the humanity. Thanking to all of you. On this note, we would take a leave.
Thank you
See
so
you at
much.
the other end. So till then, bye bye. Take care. Yes. Namaste.
Thank you,
The
ma'am.
last
Bye bye.
word from Anjan sir.
Sir,
Yes.
ऑडिबल नहीं है बोला अभी थैंक यू बाय बाय बोल रही है
Shall I close the meeting?
Okay, yes,
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
yes, yes.
कशी झाली ग recording?
वो फोन में बंद करो ना मीटिंग